Hey everyone, welcome back to new content of Cybroses. In today's video, we will be discussing about the deferred revenue. So we know deferred revenue is nothing but that is the money earned from a customer for the goods or services that have been rendered or delivered or completed yet. So in this case, the deferred revenue will be always considered as a liability in the book. And we cannot just report this in the profit loss statement or income statement, since we haven't received or rendered the services or provided the services completely. So let's see how can we just manage with the deferred revenue with an example in Odoo 17 accounting module. To manage with the deferred revenue is first we just need to set the default account that to manage the deferred revenue. Here you can say that the deferred revenue is set and the type of the deferred revenue is set to current liabilities, because we cannot manage this in the profit loss statement as we haven't received the services or product completely. And we can also manage the computations based on days, and we can also equally split the revenue among each month. And apart from that, we can just get the deferred entries based on the validations of the invoices, and we can also manually validate it and group them. So later on, you can just move on to the customer invoices, and in the customer invoices, you can just create a new invoice. We just need to designate the customer and the invoice date. So the customer is going to take the service of software maintenance for 5 months. So it starts from 1st January, and here you can choose a product which is software maintenance. So in order to choose that, you can just search for the software maintenance, and it has 1,000 as the price for the maintenance of software for 5 months. Now, here you can see it is mandatory to set the start date and end date. So the service starts from 1st of January and ends in 31st of May. So here we can just choose the date, and we can say that later on you can save this changes and confirm that. So as we just click on confirm, you would be able to find the deferred entries that is generated. And under the deferred entries, you can see that the amount is equally split among each month. And here you can also find that there is a change in the split of the amount for each of the month. This is because we have set the computation that is based on number of days. And here you can see that in the month of January, we have 31 days. And in month of February, we have 29 days. And in month of March, it is again 31. Then April 30, and in May 31. So altogether, we have 52 days for this 5 months. So we know for 5 months, the amount for taking the maintenance of software is just 1,000. So we can just divide that 1,000 with this 152 days, which would give result of 6.57894738. Okay, that is for 1 day. That will be the amount of service of 1 day or software maintenance for a day. And you just need to find the software maintenance for January. So here you can see that January. So yeah, this is the amount for January, which is 203. So here you can say that the 6.578943 into 31 would give a result of 203.94, and or you can just round it up and you can say it as 95. And in month of February, you can see it is only 190.79. This is because it has only 29 days, or 29 into the amount for 1 day would give a result of 190.79. Likewise, you can just multiply it with the number of days exist in a month. Now you can just move on to the reporting, and under the reporting you can find the deferred revenue. And in the deferred revenue, it shows the amount, and the before amount and the after amount, everything is shown over here. Now you can also make a comparison with the previous year. So you can also apply the period over here. So let me apply that, and you can see that the amount is currently split among each of the days. So as you just add all these amount together, you will get the total of 1,000. Now let's move on to the customer invoices, and let's validate this. And you can see, I mean, we have done the validation, but we just need to make the payment. So that you can just click on register payment, and after reconciliation, the payment will be moving to the bank. And in the deferred revenue, now you can see, even if we made any change in the registration of the amount, there won't be change in the deferred revenue. Now let's move on to the configuration settings, and let's change the computation that is based on equal for each month. So as you just drag down under the default accounts, you would be able to find the amount computations that is equal per month. So once you made the change, you can save the changes that you have made in the settings, and let's move on to the customer invoices again, and let's create a new invoice. So here you can see that we can just create a new invoice, and here a customer is someone new, and which is Kelly Wyland, and here you can choose the product. Before that, we just need to designate the invoice date, and also I'm going to set the invoice date as 1st of January 2024. And later on, you can just choose the product, which is software maintenance. So let me choose the product as software maintenance, where you can set the start date and end date. So setting of start date and end date is mandatory, because then only you would get the deferred entries there. If you are not setting that, you will create a invoice which is in positive state, but that would not give a result of deferred entries. So later on, you can set the dates, everything, and you can save and confirm that, and you would be able to find the deferred entries that is generated. But you can see that now for each month, the customer has to pay or has paid an amount of 200 for the services, that is for maintaining the software. So this is how we just manage with the deferred revenue, and you can just move on to the deferred revenue in the reporting, and here you would be able to find the amount that is changed. And here you can see that currently the total is just turned into 2000, because we have already made a customer invoices for the deferred revenue there with the same amount and with the same product. So here you can see already we had 1,000 as the amount. For that, we have added again the other deferred revenue that is generated. And as we just changed the computation from based on days to equal amount on each month, you can see that the setting has just changed, and the amount is split among each month with 200. So I hope this video clarifies how to manage the deferred revenue in Odoo 17 accounting module. So I hope this video clarifies how to manage the deferred revenue in Odoo 17 accounting module. So if you want Odoo customizations or Odoo tutorial videos, feel free to contact Cybersource. As always, stay awesome, and thank you for watching the video.